Oh stink, oh stink, oh stink. I better say that now before I forget, because God knows I always forget that part. Yeah, said no one ever. So now that the important information has been brought forward, okay, slightly important. Let's get to the real important stuff. The movie Trivia Schmoedown completed their most recent live event in the wonderful city of Houston. Houston. I have no idea where that comes from. I know I've heard it before, and I have no idea where it was from, but very catchy. Yeah, very, very catchy indeed. So they had a double main event that featured, of all things, the team action civil war between Ben the Boss Bateman and Andrew Guy, and this match that we're about to see right now. The hometowners, double toasted, taking on some of the veterans of Schmoedown, the founding fathers, John Roca, and the current reigning movie trivia Schmoedown singles champion of the world, Dangerous Dan Murrell. So very interesting to see what's going to happen here. Unfortunately, I was not able to see this one live. I was busy doing other things, but that's why they post them on YouTube, so we'll just watch them there. So without further ado, let's get into the first part of Movie Trivia Schmoedown live from Houston, Texas, today on JTH Reacts to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. And welcome back. So, Founding Fathers versus Double Toasted, a team match that has a team that's not appeared in nearly 2 years, and a team that I think last played 2 months. So, yeah, bunch of differences in this match. These two teams are pretty much complete polar opposites. One team takes the game very serious, very in touch with Schmoedown and all that stuff. And Double Toasted, if their match with the Real Rejects is anything to base anything off of, they're just there to have fun and talk some trash. And if they win, it's a bonus. So, yeah, this is going to be very interesting to see how this turns out. So, without further ado, let's get into this first match of the Houston live event in 3, 2, and 1. Well, the traditional Schmoedown live intro that I have seen on 2 separate occasions live.
But the thing I'm most excited about tonight
is this movie trivia thing. Oh, gang.
The intern formerly known as JTI, now JTE, the engineer, and Copser. This feud is going to end, and it's a movie content.
It is time for the ultimate Schmoedown. I'm so excited. You know I love this stuff. This is the stuff dreams are made of.
Yay!
Welcome to the debut of the movie Trivia Schmoedown. I'm Christian Harloff.
I am Mark Allison. Christian, this is why you go to the movie. And you talk about head-to-head. You have
No, Costin. I always forget what John's nickname was in that first match. Gray Drake. When is Gray Drake gonna come back? He is not the GOAT. He is the luckiest of all time. Let me get back to you on that question.
I can't wait to see where the rest of this series goes.
The victory. The thrill of victory. Yay! The agony of defeat. Go!
Remember my journey here. Remember the destiny that brought justice to the Schmoedown.
This isn't just a game for those of us who play. We work hard to win, to play, to do everything, to show up and give you a damn good good match.
We are the league. We're in the league, and we're the winners right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown.
Oh, stepped on them glasses. If I stepped on these glasses, I wouldn't be able to see. Thanks, John. Here's a guy, when he puts his glasses on, he can see better. Thad is a player. Oh, everybody doing this. Ka-chow! Cha-cha-chow! Booker T! What is he doing on a Schmoedown video? Really? We're gonna put that at the very end.
Ladies and gentlemen, co-host of the Schmoedown Rundown and Booker T's Hall of Fame, please welcome Brad Gilmore!
Brad Fillmore, also known as the third best host of the Schmoedown Rundown. Chris Clark, Frank Janish, and the Loach, Brad Fillmore.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Schmoedown Live in Houston, Texas. My name is Brad Gilmore, but you might know me by another name. You might know me as The Boat. Hashtag best of all time.
The Titanic, it sank.
Boat life.
Breaking
Hashtag
news to some.
Hashtag my girlfriend calls me Dreamboat.
No.
Hashtag I call my mom the mothership. But I am here in Houston, Texas. This is my hometown. This is actually my home court. This is the Booker T World Gym Arena, the home of reality of wrestling, and the two-time Hall of Famer, Booker T. Y'all excited to see Booker T tonight? Oh, man. It's going to be crazy.
Why does he always do this when he was a six-time champion? He should be doing this.
Give a rounding rouse of applause to our hosts, the people who's going to call the show with me tonight. Y'all make some noise for Mark, Ellis, and Christian Harlow!
He brought the carrot suit back. Have they ever released the actual Schmoedown theme as an audio? Or as a pure audio rip? I'm not even sure. I don't think so. That'd be a hell of a thing to have. What? Are we having a debate?
Pretty crazy. Uh-oh, reverb.
Getting some feedback.
Shred it, kid. Wow. All right. Live streaming.
Be like the amazing Jonathan.
That's right.
Take the monitors all the way down. Oh, God.
Houston, and oh my God, Mark Ellis, we're in a wrestling ring.
Houston, make some noise. Let me hear y'all out there.
Wait, no, that's not Booker T.
Now, I do have to make an announcement. I have to make something clear before the show. Now, Christian looked at me and said, hey, look, Mark, you got the orange suit. You're going to go as Baby Carrots tonight. I would normally be wearing the orange suit representing Carrots, but tonight, Christian,
Who are you representing?
we are in Houston, and I was recently named the VP of Whataburger. So this is what you wear.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh, but then
All right, that makes
wearing
sense.
the Whataburger shirt.
That makes sense. Makes sense. Special sauce, Mark Ellis. All right, so we are very excited to be in Houston, and man, what an event to be here today. First of all, big round of applause and a thanks and gratitude to the man, Booker T, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable. 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 Booker T.
Get that man some beef-a-rooney.
Booker T, it really kind of means a lot to me because when I worked for WWE, he was like one of the first guys that I met with. He scared the ever-living crap out of me when I met him, but he's just a sweetheart of a guy. He was very excited and has been such an advocate of the Schmoedown, and to be in his house is unbelievable. So thanks to Booker.
We're in his house tonight, and it was so great meeting fans because anytime we come to a new city, you expect to meet a lot of locals, a lot of people from Houston, but there's people I met some people from Pennsylvania. I met some people, there's people that flew in from Finland. There are people.
I know those
that
people.
Came from as far as the other side of Houston to be here tonight.
Crazy. Yeah.
And that's a trip.
Yeah.
They flew all the way around the globe.
The funny thing is, they're like, well, what's the main event going to be if we put it in a wrestling ring? What could possibly have the gravitas to be in the main event?
You said gravitas.
Bateman versus Guy. I mean, come on. Come on. The Civil War. The Civil War. And I'm when I was doing the meet and greet out there, I'm like, wait a minute. We said, we've assumed it's going to be one clear-cut way of how this is going to go. But here's me being proven wrong. How many people are in support of Ben Bateman?
I call that about 80%.
It's right. Now, but watch this. Watch this. How many people are in support of Andrew Gott? It's like half and half. It's like half and half. It's pretty crazy. Wow. It's pretty crazy.
Sounds like 99 won me. Sure you want to do this?
Yes.
All right. I think I figured it out. I think half the people want Bateman, half want Guy, and 100% of them just want to scream. I think that's what we really got.
Now that's the main event, and there's a lot of history of those guys, and we're really gonna get into that because God knows what's gonna happen. Look, Booker T has taken the side of Andrew Guy here, and Booker T has made sure no managers, no partners. It's just one-on-one, two guys going at it to settle the score, and we're gonna get that tonight. But that's not the only match on the card. The other match, the hometown boys themselves, Double Toasted, are here. Martin Corey, now we've known him for a long time, Spill.com.
Yep.
You know, now the fact that they are here, they were 1-0, they had a great match against the Real Rejects, and I said, hey, we're going to be in Houston, we want you guys on the card. They didn't even ask who. They go, yes, we're in. Now they're playing the Founding Fathers.
They've had a pretty good career.
And John, the Outlaw Roca. So it's going to be
An outlaw in Texas. How fitting.
That's the one that's going to kick us off, and I believe we are just about ready to get going. Christian, it seems like every time we do this, there's some sort of question or some sort of prompt that I always forget to do with the crowd. Can you jog my memory?
I think that you want me to say, it's time for the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Here's a promo for the Founding Fathers and Double Toasted.
He's doing it. That is an interesting. He's back. John Roca.
Hey, I was there. Wait, I know this.
Hey, Rook, we're coming for you, baby.
Even though the match hadn't aired yet.
Damn bit.
I thought you said it counted.
Corruption will be winning.
This is bull. An angry Dan and an angry Roca is a dangerous team. We want Team Corruption. That's the goal. So we have to take care of business in Houston and then take care of business against Team Crybaby.
The Founding Fathers, John Roca, and the Movie Trivia Schmoedown champion.
Hey, I was there too.
Dan Merle will be facing
These guys. Flexer. They're trying to do Hulk Hogan.
Actually whooped their ass, and we did not get invited back at all. You scared? Well, you know what? Have us back. Let's test that out.
I mean, if y'all ain't afraid, like I said, of another Texas ass whooping.
That's the undercard. Houston's going to be something special. If the Founding Fathers beat Double Toasted, they will get Corruption at the Collision.
We're not going down there. We're not going to be blown away by the lights. Double toasted. You're about to get triple toasted, maybe quadruple toasted by the time we're done with you. Kind of pitiful, but still a nice try. We catch people on
Ah, illegal.
Move out the way. We got this.
I wonder if this match will have DQs. Very very interesting. Never addressed that.
Well, Mark, so double toasted and the Founding Fathers, and we're joined at the table by Brad Gilmore. Once again, Brad.
And the logo is orange and black. Goes with my wonderful O's colors.
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, I know we haven't seen them a lot in the movie Trivia Schmoedown, but these guys are first of all, they're from Texas.
Right.
So we got to, they're from Texas. Yeah, always keeping it weird. But, you know, these are guys who know their stuff. I mean, they've been in this business for a long time. They've been around the film world for a very long time. So I think you can't count them out. As great as the Founding Fathers are.
I'm so excited for this match because it feels like Christian and I are Brad's two dads on a road trip, and he's in the back seat, but he's really excited.
I can't wait for this match. Can't wait for this match, Daddy.
Almost. We're almost there, young one.
We're almost grandmas. Put your shoes on, Brad.
We are almost there because, look, this is a big match for the Founding Fathers.
No ice cream, Brad.
Big upsets before. Dan Merle's won in one of those big upsets with a guy that's playing tonight.
I wonder who that is.
Not a guy.
The guy. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Crazier things have happened in the movie Trivia Schmoedown here. Now, double toasted, they win, they go 2-0. And the Founding Fathers, they're trying to get to 3-1 because if they win, they got a destiny match with Corruption, Mike Kalinowski and Chance Ellison. That is the #1 contender match. So this is the Founding Fathers have a lot to lose tonight.
This is a big match.
But then, regardless of what happens, the Founding Fathers will use their cash in. So, #1 contender match.
Yeah. Universe is really trying to focus on letting the questions come to them through osmosis. Double toasted, very loose, very relaxed, happy to be competing in Texas. It's their home state. You could be looking at a major upset here today.
All right, well, with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get our two teams out here today. Introducing first.
Oh, it's time for the movie Trivia Schmoedown. Guess you weren't going to say it again.
Of 1 win, no defeats. From Houston, Texas, give it up for Martin and Corey Double Toasted!
Yeah, toast! Yeah, toast!
Oh, yeah, of course. Great chemistry between the two. You see Corey really hyping the crowd up. Martin, cool, calm, collected. They know how to compliment each other.
Yeah, they're playing to it. I mean, this is what they do. They're crowd favorites, man. I'm telling you.
As long as you don't go bushwhackers and start licking people's foreheads, then we'll be fine.
These guys.
That was a Pittsburgh Pirates hat. Somewhere Josh
Pittsburgh Pirates? Is that Makuga? I didn't know Makuga made the trip.
Like you said, hometown crowd. Hometown crowd. Hometown crowd.
Wiping the feet.
the customary foot wipe before they
Yep.
enter the ring.
He went total William Regal. Here we go.
He might throw it into the crowd. No. He might put it
One of the things I probably would not catch. And that's saying something because I still have the streamer from the free-for-all.
Opponents. With a record of 2 wins, 1 defeat, they are the 2018 Ultimate Schmoedown semi-finals.
And they went back to this. I remember they did that Jaws mashup thing. It sounded off. I still can't lie about that. It just felt weird. This just sounds better. John Roca and the reigning World Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Champion of the World, Dan Merle. Don't believe me? It's the belt. That's what the belt is. Nope, 6. Oh, I'm curious if, since they're in a wrestling arena, are they gonna use a real bell? They gotta use a real bell. They used the bell animatronic for the match. If there ain't no real bell, I'm gonna be That would be a wasted opportunity. Here we go again. Oh, he went for a Russian leg sweep, but countered, and then he runs off. The hit and run strategy. Oh, I think I saw Cinnafin X. I don't even think I said that right.
Look at that belt. Look at that belt. It's a beautiful championship belt that Dan Burrow has around his shoulder. Now double toasted. Not letting them in.
No respect for the champ. No respect for the champ.
Here's the thing. I think this is great strategy by double toasted early on.
They're trying whatever they can do.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Oh, come on.
I don't know if the ref
DQ'd. Disqualified.
Look at this. Already. And the hype is real already.
Is there a lawyer in the house? I've been assaulted on my way to the ring.
All right.
You just nut punched me, man. That shit really hurt. So did your knee in my calf.
All right. So now both teams are in the ring. Both teams are in the ring, and we're going to start round number one. Mark, round number one, how's that go?
Great entrances by both teams. Double toasted, a lot of energy. John Roca seemingly confused as to how to get into the ring, but eventually he found his way.
It's the age.
Round number one works like this, gentlemen. Round number one, you're going to hear 8 questions from 8 different corners of the movie Trivia Schmoedown Galaxy. Each question is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round number one. However, although this is a team match, round number one is an individual exercise of movie trivia know-how. As soon as we ask you a question, you have about 15 seconds.
Better do the marker test. Make sure it works.
Best attempt at an answer on the whiteboard in front
It
of you.
works.
You may not
Does it erase?
rely on the knowledge
It
of your
erases.
teammate
We're good to go.
To get the question right, it's all about you versus the question. I'll remind each team that you have 3 usages of the JTE rule throughout
Double
the duration
toasted,
of the
be like,
match. That's if
who
you haven't
dat?
heard a question, you're not sure you got it right, or you just want to buy yourself an extra 15 seconds to get the extra time. Use the JTE rule. You also each have 1 challenge to be used at any time throughout the 3-round match.
All right, with that being said, I got to ask Double Toasted, are you ready?
Not really, but we're here.
All right. Founding Fathers, are you ready?
We're ready.
Then let's get
Say
ready
with me, Houston.
to Schmoedown!
Yay! Not a yay in sight. I might as well just trademark that then.
Round number one. Question number one in the realm of comedies. Who plays the drug-addicted comedian Jeff Portnoy in Tropic Thunder?
You know, they do things bigger in Texas, and I think this crowd indicative of that, Brad. They're very throaty, they're very loud, they're very boisterous.
5, 4, 3,
Jack Black.
2, 1. Pens down, please. Martin?
Jack Black?
That's correct. Dan?
Jack Black.
John?
Jack Black.
Corey?
Some black guy.
Incorrect. Incorrect. So double toasted down here to the Founding Fathers. 2-1. Mark?
We could almost give him
I'm sorry, Martin. It counts.
He did say some black guy, and the answer is Jack Black, but we can't.
Black's in there somewhere, so.
Close. Close.
I mean, he's a black guy.
All right, gentlemen, your next question comes from the world of 80s movies, 1980s movies, and your question is...
I was alive
who
for a couple of
wrote
those
and
years.
directed the 1989 crime comedy Harlem Nights.
Love that movie. You're doing a remake, right?
I have...
No, maybe. No, Coming to America sequel. Never mind. Totally removed. 5, 4,
Just keep talking.
3,
Not even close. Spike Lee.
1. Pens down. Start with Dan.
I said Eddie Murphy.
That's
Oh.
correct. John.
Some black guy named Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. Corey.
Kiss my black ass, Eddie Murphy.
And he mentioned coming to
Eddie Murphy.
he mentioned Coming to America, gave the answer away, and I didn't pick up on it.
Dramas. Dramas is your next category. In Fight Club, who plays Maria Singer, the woman Edward Norton befriends and begins a relationship with?
believe that's Marla, the singer.
Marla?
Yeah.
Marla, excuse me. Marla. My eyes have been going bad for the last 6 months.
Christian Harloff,
Dad.
last count, 2 children.
Two. Well,
That we
Marla's.
know of.
that we know of. That he claims.
Okay.
5, 4, 3,
Kim Basinger.
1. John Roca.
Helena Bonham Carter.
Nope.
Yes. And Corey.
Helena Bonham Carter.
Did you have the, can I see the board?
Yep.
You got it. Okay, great.
I ain't cheating us.
I can't see it. I got to go see it. Martin.
Helena or Helena Bonham Carter.
Yes. And then Dan.
Helena Bonham Carter.
Everybody got it.
All right.
6-5. All right.
I would put Helena Bob Carter
Perfect. Only one question missed by double
because I'm me.
Gentlemen, your next question comes in the world of action-adventure movies.
I've seen a couple of them.
Who directed Too Fast, Too Furious?
They groan.
Brad,
Brother.
she didn't do it.
I groan because I don't know.
She did it for me.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Corey.
Do I do the JT rule right here?
Not anymore. You
Not
gotta
anymore.
do it.
Damn, it's on the tip of my tongue, but I got none. I'm
Didn't
sorry.
have it, Martin.
The recently departed John
John
Singleton.
That's correct.
Oh,
Dan.
that's right.
Rest in peace, John
John
Singleton.
Singleton.
They
and
mentioned
Roca.
that on Collider Live, and I
Roca
forgot.
Didn't have it. All right.
Crap.
Roca didn't have it.
First
so
miss by the founding fathers.
first miss, but Dan's still perfect. 7-6. 7-6. Okay. Question 5. Question 5 is in the category of movie release dates.
Oh.
Movie release dates. What year?
A bunch of Scott Manses were in the crowd.
What year saw the release of Pixar's Wall-E?
And gentlemen, at this point in the game, I believe Dan Murrell
Isn't it?
hasn't missed, nor has...
No, Roca just missed his first one. No, Martin missed also.
Did he? No.
No, I don't think that he did.
Martin is also
Oh,
throwing
okay,
a
Martin's
perfect game.
5, 4,
But has he seen Wally?
3,
2009.
2,
Annoying
1. Martin.
2001.
It's incorrect. Dan?
2008.
Incorrect. Roca?
2010.
No. And Corey?
2005.
No. Looking for 2000.
2008.
2008.
2008. Dan Murrell gets the point.
Oh, Dan Burrow got it. Sorry. Dan
Oh.
got it.
Oh, never mind. Me dumb.
Well, I'm sorry,
Perhaps we should
Dan.
go to the local CVS and get old man Harloff some readers.
I'm telling you that my wife is watching right now, and she said, you really need glasses. I do.
If only there was some way on this computer to make the type bigger. Someday in the future.
Live television.
Your next category is in the world of fantasy science fiction. Or as Christian would say, action adventure. Fantasy sci-fi, gentlemen. Your question is, who plays Kevin Flynn, a former programmer and game developer in Tron?
Oh, I think I know this.
Christian, this is one of these movies that came out, I believe, 30 years before Brad Gilmore hit the earth.
I'm sure.
The comet known as Brad Gilmore.
That's accurate.
And 5,
Born in 2005, Brad Gilmore.
I believe it is Jeff Bridges.
2, 1. Pens down, please. And Dan Murrell.
Jeff Bridges.
Yay!
Perfect. Roca.
Jeff Bridges.
Yes. Corey.
Jeff Bridges.
No, he didn't have it there. That's not written. There's nothing written there. There's
Thought
nothing
you
written
said
there.
you don't
Give me
cheat.
That doesn't count.
That,
That does not count.
It's Jeff.
That
You
is
still
not-
put Jeff right there. That looks like Jane Fonda. That's not
It's
right.
gibberish. That's gibberish. Can't give you that one. It's gibberish. And Martin.
Jeff Bridges.
There you had it. Okay, Martin had it. And Dan is still perfect here. So Dan and Roca and Martin get that one. All right, here's the next question. Number 7. Horror/thriller.
Lovely.
A family looks to prevent evil spirits from trapping their comatose child in a realm in what 2011 James Wan film?
Oh, that does not sound...
Oh, God.
JTE.
Yes, first one. A family looks to prevent evil spirits from trapping
This
their
got
comatose
asked on a
child
Full
in
Metal
realm
match
in
once.
What 2011 James
I remember
Wan
hearing
film?
this. Shoot.
Dan Murrell's still perfect so far.
He's got 2 more to go, and then he will be awarded a bonus question.
right.
It's going to be asked by
5,
Brad Gilmore.
4, 3,
Can't remember.
2, 1. We start with John Roca.
I don't know. The Conjuring.
No. Corey?
Insidious.
That's correct.
Insidious, that's right. Damn it.
The Box.
Didn't have it. And Dan?
Insidious.
And had Insidious.
Still perfect.
They're still perfect. All right, so the 8th question, if Dan gets
I knew
this
as soon
one
as
right,
I heard it, I
he will have
remember
a
it.
perfect round.
All right,
I remember that
last
Insidious
category
question very well.
In round number 1 is in the world of animated movies. Movies drawn by hand or on a computer.
Thanks, Mark.
Your question is, who voiced Gwen Stacy in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse?
Oh.
If Dan hits this one, it will only be him who will be answering this bonus question.
I think this is my favorite movie last year.
It's really good. 5,
Darn good.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. Pens down, Corey. Corey?
Some black guy.
Incorrect. Martin.
All right. I got nothing.
Didn't have it. Dan?
Haley
That's
Steinfeld.
correct.
Oh.
Another round for Dan. And John Roca? John Roca?
Haley Steinfeld.
Roca got it. 4-point lead. Could be 5-point lead. Could be 6 if Dan Merle gets
Impressive.
this question right. This is only for Dan. Dan, you don't have to write it down. You just have to answer it. Here's the bonus question, and Brad Gilmore will ask.
All right, Dan, your question is, who played wedding columnist Iris Simpkins in The Holiday?
Jack Black.
That is incorrect. We're looking for Kate Winslet.
Kate Winslet. All right, so no bonus there for
You were
County
close.
College.
You're close, Dan.
Solid.
Very close.
Solid. Going into round number.
That's all right.
Round number
You played pretty
2.
good.
Mark, we're going to round number 2.
Or as Brad would say,
Round
you did
number 2,
okay.
Christian. Here's
You did
how
okay.
it works in round number 2. Now the competitors can join their teammate, and they are able to confer on each and every question. This is known as the wheel round, the wheel of fate, doom, justice. Because we don't actually have the wheel here, it's hard to travel with it. We have an electronic wheel that's going to spin around. Once you settle on a category, you can answer 6 questions correctly for a maximum of 12 points.
Wheel of
in
Death,
round
kill the
number
digital
2. There is something
wheel.
available in round number 2. So if you're not sure of the answer, just ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer. At that point, the value of
Hopefully.
the question goes down to 1.
All right, so the Founding Fathers do have a 5-point lead here. Would you guys like to go first or second?
We're guests, so we're going to let our host go first.
Don't patronize us. You can go first. I don't care.
All right, double toasted. The wheel's going to spin over here, and we will see there. Turn around there, gentlemen. And here is the wheel.
What does it say?
Give it a spin there. Here it is.
Would it be the Schmoedown without the Meryl Streep?
Yeah, I was going to say, Brad, I did not.
Crap.
think Meryl Streep
And I
was on
didn't
the
start
board.
that chant.
Romance movies. You wanna spin again or
Romance.
stay?
He would like to spin again.
You want to spin again? All right.
Because when I think
Again,
double
here's the
toasted,
second spin for double
I think
toasted.
romance.
Denzel. Oh, shit.
Wait. Oh.
Westerns.
Westerns.
Is it Westerns?
Oh dear.
They were a harrow.
Is that Westerns?
Spinner's choice. Westerns or Spinner's choice? Westerns. All right, Westerns. it
Oh
Teach us
dear.
one.
Is that Westerns?
is. Westerns. All
They
right,
are from Texas.
Westerns it is. All right, here we go. First question.
Why do people think westerns
in
with
realm of
Houston? It's
Westerns.
southerns.
What actress played John Wayne's estranged wife in the movie McClintock?
What movie?
McClintock.
You know?
Keep in mind, there is multiple choice available.
Yes, please. Yes, multiple
Yes,
choice.
yes, that thingy. Give us that thingy.
Throw him a life preserver there.
Is
I
it,
didn't know why we bullshit. Yes, please.
is it
Stop
A,
acting like we know the
Angie
answer.
Dickinson, B, Maureen O'Hara, C, Patricia Neal, D, Gail
Angie
Russell?
Dickinson.
You sure? No. Why you going with that?
Because I feel like she was in movies around that time.
5,
What is it?
4,
Oh, you can just tell us. You
3.
don't have to write it
You
down.
can just tell us.
Patricia Neal.
Oh, Patricia Neal.
That's incorrect for the steal for 1 point.
Can we hear the choices again?
You can hear the choices once, and that is A, excuse me, you repeat it, A, Angie Dickinson, B, Maureen O'Hara, C, Patricia Neal, D, Gail Russell.
I think it's Maureen O'Hara.
For 1 point.
Ooh.
1 point.
That's a big
That
steal.
doesn't, that doesn't count. That doesn't count on your multiple choice repeats because we should have read them for you. So that does not count on a multiple choice repeat. All right, here we go. Here's the second one. Okay. In Once Upon a Time in the West, Charles Bronson's character is named after what musical instrument?
Cello, piano, flute, woodblock. It's gotta be woodblock.
5, 4.
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice. A, banjo. B, piano. C, harmonica, D, accordion.
Banjo.
Second one was piano.
Banjo. They named a bear after him.
5, 4,
You good with that?
3,
I'm just gonna wait till you're done.
2. You gotta answer.
Okay, harmonica.
Correct.
Oh. Was it A, banjo, B, kazooie?
Question 3.
I'm gonna savor every right answer.
Question 3.
Savor every right
In
answer.
which movie will you find lead characters by the name of Robert Leroy Parker and Harry Longbaugh?
Well, say the second name again, please.
You want to use a repeat?
Yes, just
Second repeat. In which movie will you find lead characters by the name of Robert Leroy Parker and Harry Longbaugh?
why are we playing? Multiple choice.
Is it A, The Searchers, B, Stagecoach, C, Unforgiven, D, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid?
D.
The Searchers.
Which one? I'm sorry?
Yeah, A.
The Searchers. That's incorrect for the steal for 1 point.
Why don't you just wait for me?
Did you know?
I didn't know, but wait for me.
Is it, sorry, guys, A, The Searchers, B, Stagecoach, C, Unforgiven, D, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid? 5, 4.
Stagecoach?
Incorrect. It was Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
I got a Western question John Roca didn't know.
Question 4. Question
I'll
4.
celebrate that one for
In
55 years.
2017's Hostiles, who played Colonel Abraham Biggs, Christian Bale's commanding officer?
Hostiles.
Oh, I know you love that movie too. You got in a fight
5,
over that movie.
4.
I have multiple choice.
Is it A, David Harbour, B, Rory Cochrane, C, Peter Mullen, D, Stephen Lang?
Rory Cochrane.
Incorrect, and for 1 point steal, you have A, David Harbour.
Stephen Lang.
1 point, that's
Ooh.
a foul.
Going up 15-9.
Yep.
Commanding lead by the Founding Fathers.
2 steals so far with 2 questions to go.
2 questions
Not
left.
looking too good.
Who directed the 2003 film Open Range?
Is that the cow movie?
No.
No, that's not.
That's the Annette Bening and Kevin Costner movie.
5, 4,
Wanna do
3.
multiple choice.
Multiple choice. A, Kevin Costner.
It might be Kevin
B,
Costner.
Robert Duvall. C, Clint Eastwood. D, James Mangold.
It might be Kevin Costner. He usually directed his own stuff.
You want to do?
5.
I ain't got nothing else to lose. Robert Duvall.
It's incorrect for 1 point. Steal A.
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner's correct for 1 point.
Wow.
16-9.
Yep. Another movie he starred in that he
Gentlemen,
directed.
In the realm of westerns, who is the star of the westerns Arrowhead, Will Penny, and Pony Express?
Who's the star of what? Okay, you want to do multiple choice? Okay, multiple choice.
Is it A, Kirk Douglas, B, Charlton Heston, C, Robert Mitchum, D, Gregory Peck?
Charlton Heston.
Robert Mitchell.
It's incorrect for the steal. Is A, Kirk Douglas, B, Charlton Heston?
Charlton Heston.
Charlton Heston is correct.
Yay!
All right, so the Founding Fathers find themselves in a tremendous position because if they get something that they like, they can knock out Double Toasted in this round. However, if they get something they don't like and Double Toasted,
They might still knock them out.
We got ourselves a game, but it is now time for Founding Fathers to spin.
That's right. The Founding Fathers are going to spin the wheel that is on the board.
And here's the wheel behind them.
All right, let's see what they got.
Dan is using the force. and
Dan
there it
Burrow
is.
acting out a great spin. That was from the wheel, not the pegs.
Are you sure?
Now remember, Westerns is off the board. That's the
Westerns
category
are off
that
the board.
won John Roca, his Magic is Andrew Guy, and here we go.
Charlize Theron. Charlize Theron.
Oh,
Risk what? You're up by 1 billion points.
Are they going to spin again?
The crowd wants him to spin again.
Yeah,
and they're
spin
gonna
again,
spin
spin again. Well, it's an
We're gonna spin
interesting
again.
position because
Should
if they
took
have-
it.
if they
Should
follow
took it. They don't know anything about Charlize Theron.
They can just put them
Right.
away.
So why not try to get something good here? They just need enough
You
points.
wanna-
Uh-oh. But where are we landing here? And it is...
Spinners.
Oh, come on.
What luck.
Ah.
Founding Fathers.
And look at the
Boo that wheel.
Boo.
It's a spinner's choice here. What are we going for?
It's on the wheel again. It works for me great against Bibiani. Well, we're going to go with Kubrick. We're going to go with Stanley Kubrick.
Stanley Kubrick.
Stanley Kubrick.
Stanley Kubrick.
Stanley
it is.
Kubrick.
Maybe not the obvious choice.
Well, so the founding fathers are looking to put Double Toasted away here in the second round.
Those about to die.
They can have a good
We salute you.
I don't feel so good.
And I would like to point out that there was a wheel slice that was sponsored by a patron. So check out the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon. If you're watching this right now, you're probably a Patreon. The slice was Modern Classics. We don't need to worry about it. I just want to shout out all the patrons out there.
Modern Classics, poor Modern Classics, never gets picked, never gets spun, never gets shows. But we always pick it.
The man who is rumored to have directed the 1969 film The Moon Landing.
Love that joke.
Your
Never
first
gets old,
of
Mark.
6 questions. In the world of Stanley Kubrick films, what 1956 film stars Sterling Hayden as the leader of a 5-man heist at a racetrack?
The Killing.
2 points.
They're up 10 points.
They're up 10
officially.
right now.
So now keep in mind, because there's a lot of math at work here, because technically, if they don't get a question right, there could be stolen points for Double Toasted, so they're not quite out of it yet.
Double Toasted still has a chance.
Your next question, gentlemen.
Do they?
Stanley Kubrick. Stanley Kubrick received his only Oscar for his work on 2001: A Space Odyssey. Which award did he win for that film?
Best visual effects.
Give him 2 more points.
Wow.
How do you know such a thing?
By the greatest of all time, 21-9 Founding Fathers.
Question 3.
All right,
Give him
gentlemen.
something hard.
Reaching knockout territory. Your next question. In the world of Mr. Kubrick, what was the only performance in a Stanley Kubrick directed film to win an Oscar?
Multiple choice, please.
I can do that. Was it A, Kirk Douglas in Paths of Glory? B, Peter Ustinov in Spartacus? C, James Mason
That.
in Lolita? Or D, Malcolm McDowell in A Clockwork Orange?
B. Peter Ustinov.
That's a point.
1 point.
That's a point. And I believe this could be the question that decides the match, Christian.
2-pointer, right? So if Dan and Roca hit 2 points here,
Your math is better than your reading.
that's right.
Ah.
If Dan and Roca hit the 2-pointer here, it is a knockout. So here is the question mark.
This Kubrick film starred Shelley Winters, Peter Sellers, and James Mason, all revolving around the central figure of what name?
Together.
Lolita.
And your winner by way of knockout.
Lolita. Lolita.
Founding Fathers.
And he runs away.
Brad, thoughts on the match you just saw?
Don't leave yet, Corey. You got your interview. Get back here.
Corey,
He's crying. Let him cry in shame.
Mark's leaving too.
I don't think they want to speak.
Yeah.
Knockout. What a performance by the Founding Fathers.
Very tough draw with
Statement
Double
victory.
Toasted. They spun Westerns, maybe the category they didn't want the most, and a category, Brad and Christian, that the Founding Fathers know a lot about. That is what determined the match here today in my eyes.
You got a cowboy.
Well, I mean, look, it was a statement win, right? They needed to get a big win there because now they're 3-1 and they're going to look face to face with corruption in Mike Kalinowski and Chance. But we're going to go to Jen Sturger, who is with both John the Outlaw Roca and Dangerous Dan Merle.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans?
No delay. They were right on.
Founding Fathers, is this amazing or what?
This is incredible.
Yeah. This is nuts. This is insane.
I feel like every time we just take our game up a notch, right? And doing it in a wrestling ring in Houston, are you kidding me?
This is a great crowd. I'm glad we brought our A game, Double Toasted. We didn't look past them. We knew we had to take care of them early because those guys are smart as hell about movies and talk a lot about it. So we wanted to take the knockout to them, and thankfully it happened. We got lucky with the Westerns, and then certainly Kubrick really was in the wheelhouse for that man over there, the champ, Dan Merle.
I gotta say though, you obviously are going to be playing corruption, but you're not going to be playing them anymore at Collision. And I don't know if you have anything to say about that. I mean, you do still have your, title shot.
Yes, I do.
And
Let me tell you something.
Go on.
I think that fool's in the audience, one part of corruption. I hope you watched closely that match, because what we're gonna do to you is gonna be even worse. You call your friend Kalinowski and you tell him, I'm coming for it. I'm coming for all of them, all the corruption. We're gonna take them out, then we're gonna go for those belts.
But seriously, Dan, the title shot, any thoughts?
Oh, I got a lot of thoughts, but that's between me and John, so I'm going to keep that to myself right now.
Oh,
All
teaser.
right, Christian, I tried.
Here's what I'll say. Everyone thinks they know what our next match is, but as long as I have that title shot, nobody knows what our next match is. So corruption can get ready for us, or maybe they won't have to. That's up to me and John.
So are you saying you could be getting ready for the Shire Wolves?
Maybe.
John and I are ready to play anybody, anytime.
What he said.
Back to you guys.
Strong words. Well, you look at those are two. You have the current champion, former two-time champion.
Yeah.
And I mean, they put on a clinic right there. I mean, they did what they said they had to do. They came in double toasted, got categories they just weren't good in. The Founding Fathers show why they are great. And now we're going to have an epic clash here between corruption and the Founding Fathers if Dan doesn't use that title shot.
Yeah, Brad, it's almost a situation where the harder you work, the luckier you get, because having double toasted spin westerns and them spinning Spinner's Choice, I mean, that's a 1-2 combination not many teams would be able to survive.
And the thing is, when they match with corruption, they might not get that lucky. They might not have the ability to land on westerns and Spinner's Choice. Corruption's going to bring a different kind of fight to it.
That's absolutely right, because, it's a matter of, you got that young cocky kid in Chance Ellison who knows a lot. You got Mike Kalinowski, who's a seasoned vet, and then you got these two veterans right now, and it's going to be a really, really epic clash.
And you're watching the competitors right now do the laps around the arena and just giving.
John Rogan got to soak this in.
He loves this kind of stuff, Brad. This is what he lives for.
Is he doing the Bo Dallas victory lap?
First match here. Other things, we have a couple things coming up on July 20th. The Inner Geekdom champion, Rachel the Crusher Cushing, will be defending that.
It's the only time we get to see that belt now.
Mike Killer Kalinowski. It was announced today that match will be at the Collision this year between Kalinowski and Smets. Winner plays at the main event of Comic-Con. Tickets are on sale now. The other thing to let everybody know, at the end of this event, the tickets for August 31st, the New York event, will go on sale. And one of the things for you guys to know now is once they go on sale tonight, because the way New York sold out in 2 days last time for a reward, for the first 2 days, the tickets will be slashed. For the first 2 days, they will go back to the regular prices on, 48 hours later. But that will be the end of tonight, Mark.
Very exciting. What a town, what an event. Thank you, Houston.
Thank you, guys. We will see you next time.
Thank you, Christian and Mark and John and Dan and Corey and Martin, I think the other guy's name is, and Jen and the Lote and all and everybody that was at the event who I saw and noticed some. So yeah, that was an unfortunate drubbing to be exhibited at a live event in front of a live studio audience. I think that might be that I believe is the first legitimate knockout in a live event match. So that's kind of unfortunate. Kind of in the record books of infamy on that. So now we go into all the announcements that they kind of made. Corruption Founding Fathers is now not going to happen at Collision. Again, I mentioned this. I'm trying to remember what video that I brought this up in. In terms of the storyline, it makes sense that Mike in particular would not care for that match to happen, especially if it's a #1 contender match. I mean, it's like, so Corruption's got to beat the Founding Fathers twice before they become the #1 contenders, and if Founding Fathers beat them once, they're split 1-1, but Founding Fathers are the #1 contenders, so it's like that win means more. It's like from Mike's standpoint, it's like, why? There's no reason to do that. We would literally have everything to lose. They would have nothing to lose. Hopefully that they'll build up that a little bit more, because I've made that opinion known. It's like, if you don't give like the heroes any stakes involved, it just doesn't make it for as compelling of a match. I mean, it'll be a good match. It'll be great match actually, but just if it doesn't have like the feel, the stakes that first match had, because it was a tournament match, it probably just won't feel as special, won't feel as important. Hopefully they can find a way to, spice that match up a little bit. I talked about what I felt they should do. Whether or not they would do that or not is beside the point. But the Kalinowski Smets match is now being put at Collision, which is what I said I thought they should do, because of me saying about, it just seemed like there was a lot of players that were potentially going to get stuck with double matches at Collision, because you had, Mike, if the team match happened, he would end up in 2 matches. Dan, if he defends the singles title, he would have 2 matches. Rachel, I'm pretty certain she would not defend the Intergeekdom title at Collision, considering she's already got a set title defense at a later date, so I wouldn't think that she would be defending the title. But yeah, it was set up to where there was a bunch of people that were going to have multiple matches. I think they had to find some way to make sure that didn't happen. But because they have pushed the Corruption Founding Fathers match to the side, it does now leave a spot open for the Founding Fathers Shire Wolves match to happen at the Collision, which I have been saying for the last freaking 3 months needed, like even before Dan won the free-for-all, I said that needs to be the match. That needs to be the main event at the Collision. I know it would be another year in a row where the singles title wouldn't be defended, but you know what? The big box office match is what you need to go for. It's the summer blockbuster box office. You put the biggest marquee match as the main event, and to me, Founding Fathers Shire Wolves, it is that. Whether you did it earned number one contender match or free for all title shot cash in, to me, that's the match. They got it. Please, I hope they do it. Please, just do it. Just end the debate once and for all. And of course, that being said, the Shire Wolves have got to defend those titles first. So I think I might have jumped the gun there. So yeah, they got to defend the titles first against the Odd Couple. I forgot that that match was going to happen beforehand. I thought it was going to happen afterwards for some reason, because me dumb. Haven't you figured that out by now? But yeah, so lots of stuff is now materializing into this next mega event at the Collision. Going to be interesting to see how this all turns out. There's a lot of stuff that's not been brought up yet that I'm sure will be answered, probably by the second part of this live event, which will be Andrew Guy Ben Bateman, the match that's been built up for the last 6 months since the betrayal first happened. But who betrayed who? We must ask ourselves that. So yeah, we'll be looking forward to that match tomorrow. when we see that, because it'll be Friday, because I'm dropping this on Thursday, because that's when we're supposed to. So that's going to do it for this edition of JTH Reaction, the first part of Movie Trivia Schmoedown live from Houston, Texas. Like, comment, share, subscribe to my content, and if you so choose, and to their content, definitely. Always watch their content first. It's the right thing to do. And always follow the official Movie Trivia Schmoedown content. The Facebook page, the Twitter page at the Schmoedown, the official Movie Trivia Schmoedown website, triviasd.com, the Patreon, if you can, it goes a long way, and the Discord group for the Patreon users, where you can chat with a bunch of different players and a bunch of Patreon users. It's a lot of fun. I've done it. I enjoyed it very much. So, until next time, I will see you tomorrow for the second part and conclusion of Movie Trivia Schmoedown live from Houston, Texas. Ben Bateman versus Andrew Guy. This is JTH. Until then, thank you for watching, and I bid you adieu.